client's equity. Minimum 30% of the purchase cost of the vehicle. The amount of equity shall have to be deposited with the bank before disbursement of bank's investment. Period of investment. Period of investment is maximum for 4 years from the date of disbursement or delivery of the vehicle to the client, whichever is earlier. Mode of investment. Hire purchase. Hire purchase shirkachal milk. Security requirements. The following shall be obtained as security against bank's investment under this scheme. In case of clients falling under Category A of eligibility criteria. Personal guarantee of the investment client. Q. Personal guarantee of any of the officers of the rank and status equal to the client or an officer of higher rank. The guarantee shall have to be duly authenticated by the competent authority of the organization, institution where the client serves. Employer's certificate to the effect that the client is in permanent service of the organization. The net pay and pay scale of the client is to be mentioned in the certificate. An undertaking from the client to the effect that in case of his failure to pay regular installments, the amount is to be deducted from his salary at source for adjustment of dues to the bank. In case of clients falling under Category B of eligibility criteria, any of the following additional collateral securities are required. Mortgage of land. Bank guarantee. Deposit of ICB unit certificates, National Savings Certificates /TDR/share certificates of reputed companies duly discharged, transferred in favor of the bank and or completing required formalities. Procedure for application and sanction of investment. Interested persons falling within the eligibility criteria are required to apply in prescribed form to the concerned branch. The applications of service holders should be duly recommended by their respective departmental, divisional heads. The bank shall sanction investment, if the proposal is found suitable and viable after feasibility study. The bank reserves the right to sanction any investment or reject it. Mode of disbursement. Bank's sanctioned amount shall be disbursed directly to the supplier of the vehicle as mentioned in the quotation, and then submitted and accepted for the purpose on completion of the following requirements. Deposit of the equity amount by the client with the concerned branch. Completion of all formalities including documentation for the investment. Obtaining of securities, collateral as per sanction requirements. Supervision. Bank may engage supervising agents to supervise, monitor and recover the investments under the scheme. The cost of the supervision charge shall be recovered from the client along with rent. Mode of recovery. Dues to the bank shall be recovered in the following manner. In equal monthly installment along with monthly rent, starting from the first week of the month, following the month of disbursement of delivery of the car whichever is earlier. The monthly installment shall be payable by the first week of every month. Post-dated checks for the whole period of investment mentioning the amount of monthly installment shall have to be deposited by the client. In the first week of every month, the checks shall be presented for clearance, collection for the adjustment of the monthly installment. The amount of monthly installment shall not exceed 50% of the total income of the client taking into account the take-home salary and other disclosed sources of income of the client. The branch shall have the right to take possession of the vehicle in case of failure of the client to pay three consecutive monthly installment. Bank's charges. Rate of return, 13% per annum or the rate to be determined time to time. Risk fund, 1% per annum, 2% per annum where the supervising agent's not engaged. Supervising charge, 1% per annum. Nil, where supervising agent's not engaged. Insurance. The vehicle shall be covered by first-party, comprehensive insurance covering all possible risks throughout the investment period at the cost of the client. The client shall have to ensure timely renewal of insurance and payment of premium. Registration. The car shall have to be registered in the name of the bank only. After payment of the entire investment of the bank including the charges etc., the car shall be transferred in the name of the client. Maintenance. The client shall have to maintain the vehicle properly for ensuring its normal operation and shall be solely responsible for loss, damage, if any, as long as it is in his possession irrespective of risk covered by insurance policy. Accordingly, repairing and maintenance cost of operation during investment period, renewal of Blue Book, tax token, fitness and insurance shall have to be borne by the client. Inspection. For the purpose of inspecting the status, operation and custody of the vehicle, the bank or its authorized agent has the right, at all reasonable time, to enter into the house, office, factory, garage or the premise of the client where the vehicle is kept. Other terms and conditions. In addition to the procedure, terms and conditions already mentioned, the investment client shall have to abide by the following terms and conditions. The vehicle supplied to the investment client shall have to be used by him with optimum care and that the client shall remain liable for compensation, replacement etc., if any damage is caused to the vehicle due to his negligence, carelessness and inefficient handling. In the event, the vehicle is lost or totally damaged and rendered irreparable due to his negligence, carelessness or inefficient handling, the client shall be liable to pay to the bank the balance of the principal amount and rent etc. immediately. The investment client shall remain in sole control and custody of the vehicle supplied to him and shall not let out, lend or transfer the possession of rights therein in any manner to a third party before adjustment of bank's dues and without prior written permission from the bank. The investment client shall keep the vehicle supplied to him available for inspection by any authorized representative of the bank as and when required. The investment client shall have to execute necessary documents including the normal charge documents and also offer the securities, collateral required by the bank before availing investment facility under the scheme. Default in payment of three consecutive installments shall render the client liable to hand over the vehicle to the bank. The investment client must keep the bank informed about any change in his official and residential address,